students, today we will discuss our chapter 8 of Human Resource Management, that is Trade Union. First we need to know the definition of trade union. Trade unions or labor unions are organizations formed by workers from related fields that work for the common interest of its members. They help workers in issues like fairness of pay, good working environment, hours of work and benefits. They represent a cluster of workers and provide a link between the management and workers. So we can say an organization of workers or employees formed mainly to negotiate with the employers on various employment related issues, improve the terms and conditions at their workplace, enhance their status in society. In most countries, there are laws governing the formation, membership, and administration of trade unions. The purpose of these unions is to look into the grievances of workers and present a collective voice in front of the management. Hence, it acts as the medium of communication between the workers and management. Next, we will discuss about the origin and growth of trade union. Industrialization brought in about new economic and social order in societies. Then trade union emerged as a large result of industrialization in new social order. First workers union in India under the leadership of Mr. Lokhande. It was developed in 1890. Beginning of labor movement in the modern sense started after the outbreak of World War One. Economic, political, and social conditions influenced the growth of trade union movement in India. Establishment of ILO means International Labour Organization helped the formation of trade union in the country. In 1920, All India Trade Union Congress was formed. World War II brought splits in All India Trade Union Congress. Efforts of Indian National Congress resulted in the formation of Indian National Trade Union Congress. Then Socialists separated from All India Trade Union Congress formed Hind Mazdoor Sabha in 1948. Some other unions were also formed that time. They were Bharatiya Mazdoor Sangh in 1955, Hind Mazdoor Panchayat in 1965, and in 1970, Center of Indian Trade Union where it was formed. Next, we will discuss the principles of trade union. First principle of trade union is unity. Unity is the key form of the labor movement. Unity is strength. The principles and guidelines can serve as a tool to raise the awareness among external players about the identity, dynamics, and role of trade unions. Next is equality. Workers must not be discriminated with caste, creed, sex, etc. Each worker should get equal pay for equal work. Example, by largely overall garden discrimination, promoting inclusive wage setting, pursuing specific gender pay equality measures, and enhancing women's representation in decision making, trade unions can contribute effectively to addressing the gender pay gap. And third is security. Security of their employment and their families must be safeguarded. A union security agreement is a contractual agreement, usually part of a union collective bargaining agreement in which an employee and a trade or labor union agree on the extent to which the union may compel employees to join the union. Next, we will discuss about the objective of trade union. These objectives of trade union are collective bargaining. It represents members to negotiate with employers for better wages and conditions of employment. Safeguard jobs. It protects jobs of members. Cooperate with employers for the benefits of members. Resolve disputes in a mutually acceptable manner. Next is political activities. It supports pro-union political parties. And fifth number is social activities. It supports members with recreation facilities and benefits for unemployment, illness, retirement, and death issues. Next, we will discuss about the types of union. First is craft union. It is for the same craft or occupation. Craft union representing workers who share the same skill set or who perform identical tasks although they may work in different industries. Next is general union. For it is for unskilled workers. General union is a trade union which represents workers from all industries and companies rather than just one organization or a particular sector as a craft union or industrial union. Then staff union. It is for non-manual workers. Staff union is an organization that represents the collective interest of employees. Next is industry union. It is for the same industry and regardless of skills. It is skills, occupation or job. Industry union is an organizing method through which all workers in the same industry are organized in the same union regardless of skill or trade, thus giving all workers in one industry or in all industries more leverage in bargaining and in strike situation. And last is house union. It is for all members um, that are for the same company regardless of occupation or job. House union is a worker organization that the employer controls and uses to suppress independent unions. Next, we will discuss about why workers join unions. Workers join unions for higher wages and better working conditions to collective bargaining with employer. By the collective bargaining with employer, next is job security to become more secure with collective agreement, social need, meet co-workers from other departments or companies. Next is upgrading of skill to attend training courses organized by the union. Next is peer pressure, colleagues are members, and next is self-fulfillment. Fulfillment that means to serve other members and they so that they can serve others also. Next, we will discuss about the importance of trade unions. First, the importance of wages and salary. By the policy matter, but differences in implementation so comes in the role of trade union in the wages and salaries. Working conditions. It helps in safeguarding workers' health, lighting and ventilation, sanitation, restrooms, safety equipments like hazard-free atmosphere, drinking water, refreshment, working hours, leave and rest, holidays with pay, job satisfaction, social security benefits, and other welfare measures. Discipline. It protect workers from victimization by management like transfers, suspensions, etc. Personal policies. It fighting against improper implementation of personal policies like recruitment, selection, promotion, transfer, training, etc. Welfare. The solving difficulties of workers through collective bargaining with sanitation, hospitals, quarters, schools, colleges, and other basic amenities. Next is employer-employee relations like the bad attitude and unilateral thinking of management. It may lead to conflicts. Trade union go for constant negotiations for industrial democracy and peace. Next, we will discuss about the negotiating machinery. It based on give and take policies. like negotiations continue till parties reach an agreement. Protect instead of workers through collective bargaining. And last is safeguarding organizational health. In this process, methods evolved for the grievances redressal techniques adopted to reduce absenteeism and labor turnover, upgrading skills, attend training courses organized by the unions. These are all the importance of trade unions. Next, we will discuss about the activities of trade union. First activity is economic. It improved economic status, shorter working day, improved in living and working conditions, better health and safety standards, upgrading welfare facilities, reducing inequalities, both internally and externally. Political issues like seeking or obtaining political power through political affiliations, lobbying activities to influence the cause of labor and legislations, participating and representing workers on bipartisan uh, bipartite forums, developing revolutionary ideologies among workers protesting against government decisions also. Social initiating and developing workers' education system, organizing welfare and recreational facilities, providing monetary and other help during period of strike and economic distress, running cooperative welfare schemes and societies, housing needs, community development, organizing cultural functions and social welfare programs. And, and last is national or international level. In this level, it is representing workers at the national level on advisory committees associating with national federations for unity and solidarity, uh, raising funds in case of national, international um, calamities or tragedies. These are all the activities of trade unions. Next, we will discuss about the features of an effective trade union. It is internally democratic. Trade union listens to all employees, all workers. It has a strong leadership. It, it exhibits a responsibility towards their workers and members, committed to promote industrial peace and harmony, inclined towards collective bargaining that is collaborative and non-competitive. Possess financial security they provide to the workers and adaptable to change. It is adaptable to change. Next, we will discuss about the major problems faced by the trade unions in India. Outside of political leadership in between workers or trade union members, means multi multiplicity of trade unions, small size of unions, uh, low headcount, low membership in between the unions, uneven growth, poor financial positions of unions, low level of knowledge of the labor legislation. These are all the major problems that faced by a trade unions in India. And now we will discuss about the Trade Union Act. In this act, in India Trade Union Act of 1926 is a principal act for controlling and managing the workers of trade unions. Workers of trade. It legalizes the formation of trade unions by allowing employees the right to form and organize unions and also strengthen bargaining power of workers. Act aims to provide law for the registration of trade unions and get it registered under the Act. It permits any 7 persons to form a union. Objectives of this Trade Union Act: to lay down conditions governing the registration of trade unions. It defines obligations of trade unions and it prescribes rights and liabilities of a registered trade union. It becomes a body corporate. It gets a common seal. It can buy and hold movable and immovable property. It can enter into contracts with others also, and it can sue and be sued in its name. These are all the Trade Union Act in 1926. Now we will discuss about the role of trade union in hospital functioning. Trade union organizing activity in the healthcare industry is on the rise. Unions have looked to expand the nature in hospital industry. Trade unions protect the workers from wages hike, provides job security through peaceful measures in healthcare industry. Trade unions also help in providing financial and non-financial aid to the workers during lockout or strike or in medical need. These trade unions are associations of workers formed to represent their interests and improve their pay and working conditions. It emphasizes the role of hospital rate review and third party reimbursement. Thanks for watching.